Welcome to Vital Biology classes. For new updates, subscribe to the channel Vital Biology. The theme of our channel is Study Now, Be Proud Later. You can join our Vital Biology Telegram group and all the classes, notes, PDFs are available there. Link is provided below in description box. Hello everyone, this class is for all the KSET Life Science aspirants. So as you know, the cell is an important topic that deals a very important role in the KSET exam. That too, 10 to 12 questions are arised in all the question papers about the cell. It may be about cell organelles and about cell structure or function and cell communication. Okay. So it's a very important topic. So cell, first of all, cell is a fundamental unit of life. So every living organism's life is always based on the cell. Without cell there is no any living organism or any life. It is a functional unit. Fundamental unit and functional unit is similar. Okay. So what is cell? Cell is a basic structural and functional unit of a living organism. As I told you, for the structure of the living organism, the cell is required, and for the function of the living organism, the cell is required. Okay, totally the living organisms requires the cell for all the structural and functional unit and for all the activities too. In other words, cells make up living things and carry out the activities that keep a living thing alive. Okay, the cells keep the living thing alive. And next is about cell theory. So cell theory is nothing but some scientists have gave that they have got some ideas about cell and some information about the cell in previous years, long back ago. So they told that the cell theory is nothing but cell theory is a collection of idea and the conclusion from many different scientists over time that describes the cell and how cell operate. Okay, they have described in this cell theory, these scientists have described that how the cell theory works and how it operates and the conclusions of the cell theory and how it works, they have explained here. So first and foremost, cell theory is that all know living organisms are made up of one or more cells. Yeah, it's true, right? So this theory is obviously true. All the living things or living organisms are made up of one or more cells. For example, unicellular amoeba you can take, and multicellular you can take any, like human beings itself. Okay, next, second cell theory is that all living cells arise from the pre-existing cells by division. Yeah, that's true. All the new cell that arises from the old cells, right? For example, like mother cell. Okay, I'll give an example, like take a sperm and ovum example. So those are also the cells itself, right? But sperm is a motile cell and ovum is a stationary cell. So those two cells fuse together to form a new cell that is called a zygote. Okay, you can take that example here. And the third theory says that the cell is the basic unit of structural and functional unit in all the living organisms. Yeah, I have explained this in the previous slide itself. Okay, the cell is a basic unit that gives a structural and functional units for all the living organisms. Okay, so next slide, the cell theory timeline. So first the cell was discovered by the Robert Hooke in 1665. Okay, Robert Hooke in 1665. Okay, and next, the living cell was observed first. That means the Robert Hooke first discovered the cell, but the cell was dead. But the living cell was discovered first by Anton von Leeuwenhoek, okay, in 1674. And this is an important slide you should Keep it in the mind, and they'll be asking these questions. Okay, and next, who discovered the nucleus, they may ask. So Robert Brown discovered the nucleus, that too in 1883. Okay, so next, as I told you in the previous slide, that three cell theories, right? Those three cell theories were described by some of the scientists. So let us see that later. Some more scientists, let us introduce them here. So who discovered the fluid content in cell? The cell contains the fluid content, right? That is called as cytoplasm. So that was discovered by Felix Dujardin. Okay, Felix Dujardin. Okay, in 1835. And next, all plants are made up of cells. This was discovered by this sentence, means all the cells were made up of cells. This condition was discovered by Matthias Scleden. Okay, Matthias Scleden in 1838. And next, the fluid content in the cell was named as a protoplasm. Who named the cell content as a protoplasm? J.E. Purkinje. Okay, J.E. Purkinje in 1839. And some more scientists, like, who proposed all the animal cells are made up of cells. It was proposed by the Theodore Scaven in 1839. And cell is a basic unit of life. This theory was given by Carl Heinrich Braun in 1845. And next, all the cell theories arises from the pre-existing cell. This theory was given by Rudolf Virchow. Okay, keep that in mind. Who gave the cell theory, that is all the cells arises from the pre-existing cell, means Rudolf Virchow, that too in 1855. Okay, and another theory, like, wait one second. So let us see some of the unicellular organisms. So you can observe here. First, let us see definition of unicellular organisms. As you know, it's a basic class. Okay, all the organisms that all the organism that is made up of only one cell is called as unicellular organisms. So the organism which is made up of only one cell, those are called as unicellular organisms. For example, let us take Euglena. Okay, Euglena is also made up of single cell. Okay, and Paramecium. So these are also unicellular organisms. And another one is yeast, that is also a unicellular organisms. So day before yesterday I have took a class for second PU biology, right? So in that I have explained some information about this yeast and unicellular and multicellular organisms. You can, it's also helpful for you, so that listen to that. Okay, first PU and second PU is the main source the KSET question paper is based on. Okay, that's the main important books that first PU and second PU biology is very important for KSET exam. Okay, and next let us see the multicellular organisms. Okay, an organism that are made up of more than one cell, it is called as multicellular organisms. Okay, for example, you can take plants, animals, fungus. Okay, those kingdoms, like these are the kingdoms belongs to, like, kingdom Plantia, kingdom Animalia, kingdom Fungi. Okay, next, sorry, next, multicellular organisms under microscope. So here you can see that multicellular organisms can be viewed under the microscope in this way. So if you keep a leaf cell under the microscope, you can see this type of structure. Okay, so you can observe here in one cell itself there are in one layer or in one area itself how many cells are there, you can observe here. And next let us take the animal cell, that is muscle cell. So you can observe here also there are number of cells. Okay, next, size of the cells. So you can observe that the cells have a different variation in sizes, variety of sizes. Okay, so cell vary in size, as I told you, cells vary in size, and most of the cells are very small and microscopic, as I told you in the previous slides itself. So most of the cells are very small, that cannot be seen in the naked eyes, right? It's only seen under the microscope, and some may be very large, that can be macroscopic. The large cells are called as macroscopic and small cells are called as microscopic. This is very confused to many of the students. Okay, so keep that in mind. The small cells, small cells are called as microscopic cells, and large cells, very large cells are called as macroscopic cells that are naked to our eyes. The unit used to measure the size of the cell is micrometer. Okay, so 1 micrometer is equal to 1 by 1000 millimeter. Okay, so the smallest cell compared to all the cells in living organisms, the very smallest cell is mycoplasma. Okay, keep that in mind. The smallest cell in all the in total all the organisms, all the living organisms is mycoplasm. The size is only 0.1 micrometer. Okay, and next, the largest cell. The largest cell is ostrich cell or ostrich egg. The size is 18 centimeter. Okay, and next, some more cells. Size of the cell in human beings. Okay, let us see some of the cells in the human beings. Here there are 3 cells. So one of the cell is smallest cell in the human being is. These are the very important concepts. Compulsorily they will ask these type of questions. The smallest cell in the human beings is sperm cell. Okay, and this sperm cell is motile. They may ask in the KCET question paper that the smallest cell and the motile cell in the human being is, and options they will give that sperm cell, ovum cell, nerve cell and muscle cell. So you want to answer that as sperm cell. Okay, only the motile cell in the human beings is that sperm cell, that too only in the males. Okay, and the size of the sperm cell is 5 micrometers. Okay, and next, the largest cell in the human beings, that too in female, is ovum cell. Okay, ovum cell, and in the ovum is present only in the females and the sperm cell is present only in the males. So the largest cell in the human beings is ovum cell, that is sized up to 120 meters. Okay, and next, the longest cell, very longest cell that is present in the human beings is nerve cell. Nerve cell. Okay, the meter of that cell is 1 meter. Okay, so this is an important slide. Here everything is important, so just keep that in mind. Okay, in next class I'll start with this shape of the cells. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. All the class notes and other study materials provided in our Vital Biology Telegram group. Link is provided below in the description box. Like, share, subscribe and press on the bell button for the notification of newly updated classes.